Hey, double Crucible rewards. Okay, but that requires me to play Crucible. What's in the Ever Restore? Power Nap, Stalwart Sigil. Yeah. Bright Dust. Yeah. It's okay. Alright, I guess we're coming back with more Destiny. Let's jump in. Let's do this. Let's finally have this over and done with. I don't know about you, but the last season, or not last season, last week ran a little longer than I wanted it to, and I think it was because the story in question, like, just kind of split up in between multiple, like, bounties, and then some of those bounties was like, do the dungeon, execute a certain enemy inside the Nether, and then one of them was just like, play the game and get ability kills on taken or hive enemies. I'm like, oh god. It did take a little bit of time, but that's okay. We were all there for it. I just didn't know exactly how much time, so I had about 3 or 4 hours of raw footage just to cut away to get a bunch of stuff done. Complete the Trial of Will Ambition located at the Shrine of Oryx on the Moon. Trial of Will. Is that the new weekly quest up? Oh, it is. Okay, so there's something on the moon we need to get to. Is it just a mission I can go to? Oh, no, I literally have to travel to the moon. Okay, then. Never mind. We did do, some of the Barrow Died, like, Catalyst quests in the background, so we did get this updated, and we're using it with the Ambition perk this time versus the Resolve perk this time.
A threat is forming on Luna, our moon. It cannot be left to congeal from mere blight to aversion anchor. But where there is threat, hides opportunity.
A Hive twists arcane threads ahead of you.
I shall teach another method by which you will strengthen your hold of taken power and shatter theirs.
It's good to see that Eris is at least back and not dead anymore. I think where we're supposed to be going is right over here, right? Everybody's talking about trying to reclaim the Dreadnought from the Hive, but nobody says anything about the Leviathan literally just sitting on top of our moon right now. You think that is the thing that we need to get rid of? Where the heck is this taking me?
It's here. It's hunting me.
Oh, sure. We did see that cutscene from last week about Xivu Arath supposedly reclaiming the moon stronghold, the Scarlet Keep, for herself, and she like transformed it into this crazy looking what's it called? Crazy looking throne world. And I was like, man, that looks really cool. I would actually be totally down for something like that. Give the moon a little bit of a different vibe. It's like we still got the Scarlet Hive here that were like part of Savathun's brood before she became Lucent Hive. So these are still technically her people because the enemies haven't updated yet. What the heck? That was very tough. Oh, I think this is like for some sort of bounty on the moon. Yeah, it was some sort of like lunar scavenger bounty. Going back to the Shrine of Oryx on the moon. Let's see what this looks like inside. I wonder if it's been changed or corrupted by the taken energy.
That ogre is undergoing the offering. The Hive do not possess this power. Without Oryx or the Witness, how? I fear another's hand may carve these new Taken into being.
Oh, so something else is learning how to do the taking stuff. They're like, Oryx is usually the one that does that, and then the Witness. And I think Xivu Arath briefly had that power, but I think that was just granted to her on the Witness's behalf. And yeah, they're saying that, I think they mentioned this last week, but they're worried that something else in the Ascendant Plane is doing something to the Hive and to the Taken that is not necessarily being done by the Echo of Command, or the Echo of Navigation, I'm sorry. And I have a suspicion as far as what it could be, because the Echo of Navigation is not Oryx proper. It's like a version of Oryx right after he had killed the Worm God. So the Echo is just like a ghost from the Hive's past. And I'm wondering if, because we still have, guess what? We still have that giant Oryx dead body somewhere in our vault somewhere from the Ghost of the Deep dungeon when we like recaptured his body and we put it in a vault somewhere, and we were told that that body was still very much alive. Like it was, you know, it had no soul or anything like that, but it was still just like, how do you explain it? It was still just running, it was still just like growing and not decaying. And I'm wondering now if the Echo of Command is, you know, controlling some of the Taken, but then like the dead body of Oryx, the physical body of Oryx, is also reaching out to the Taken because of the Echo. And like both of these versions of Oryx are fighting. We have one version of Oryx who's from the past, where he just learned the power to take from Akka, versus, you know...
They retreat to Oryx's shrine, I assume to seek the Taken King's blessing. The wizard's ritual has yet to complete. End it here.
And a version of Oryx who's, you know, much more older, who... I think this version of Oryx also said...
Reach into the unknown and prepare for it to reach back.
I think this version of Oryx also
Guardian,
is like...
meet the gaze of the abyss. Steep yourself in suffocating blight.
I got you, Eris.
Invite the horror in. Hold it close.
Okay, we're gonna do that. You're making me lose my train of thought. And then we have the Echo of Navigation Oryx, and we have the Dead Body Oryx, who are both vying for supremacy, but they're not really aware of one of the other. Especially the Dead Body of Oryx is probably doing this, you know, reflexively. It could be something is happening where like he feels something is pulling from, like something is pulling him back to the Taken, and it's the Echo of Navigation. I have a feeling that it's like two versions of Oryx, and like they're gonna combine as one, and then they're gonna have the knowledge of both. I don't know what else could be in the Ascendant Plane that's causing the Taken to act a little bit weird, outside of something we just don't know about. My bet, or my guess, is going to be it's the other version of Oryx.
Now, Guardian, it is vulnerable. This place, a place of offering, where the Taken submit their weakness to gain strength. There is something else here, calling, rabid with grief. No, sever the bindings! Unshake this beast now, Guardian! Another foul stain scoured from Luna's ailing depths. You reap strength from their defeat. Hayat. Yet, the Taken King is absent from this clash of swords. He offers no substantiation of their ritual. Why here, then, the Dreadnought? The Taken? They are entwined, but their goals do not seem aligned. Perhaps the presence we felt here in the deep drives them. Perhaps there is more to uncover. Search the grounds.
That's Savathun's initials,
Guardian.
I think.
A remnant etched into the receding deep. Draw it forth with your newfound power.
Oryx. The witness is dead. It lied to you.
We saw the Syzygy sister, and we dove to avert doom. I followed you to the...
Let me cut to the truth. The God Wave wasn't the Traveler. We were chosen for light, and the witness gave us chains. But I can break us out of this game.
Deceit is your language.
We've both been played since the beginning. Look, this is Imaru, my ghost.
Light pawn! Where is my cunning sister? She would never allow such heresy.
And what do you call what you are now, if not heresy?
Enough! Does my blade not cut? Its edge is truth. Do ties not sink my form? Are logic, gold, and violence?
You're an inanimate object, dear brother. Your blade cuts nothing.
I do not accept this. I will navigate through each manipulation from the beginning, and I will divine the truth alone.
Oryx has shown the flaw in his logic. Faith. Now doubt creeps in. He has long been a creature of singular purpose and boundless curiosity. This revelation could send him reeling, or spell doom should he align with the Witch Queen. We cannot wait for the Echo to decide which avenue to explore. We must act in the face of uncertainty. I will begin preparations and contact you when they are ready for action.
Yeah, so Savathun is trying to convince this version of Oryx. I think the one that's like, if the current one, the dead body, if he was risen again and alive, maybe he could be shown the way that, like, hey, the witness had lied to us too. But this version of Oryx, like, at his height of his power, right after he became the Taken King, is from like millennia ago, and he's been told more or less that he is the strongest creature in the universe, and his sword logic is why that is a thing. Savathun, in hindsight, now knows that they were all lied to and forced to be like the slaves for the witness. And yeah, she was able to break out of she was able to break off the chains of from the witness, and now that the witness is gone, like, they don't have to keep doing this whole sword logic tithing thing anymore. Like, it's old. It was just a thing to help the witness do his final shape. And when that eventually failed, like, why are we still doing this now? There's literally no reason anymore. This whole final shape nonsense has been proven to be nothing but a bunch of bogus. We can literally just stop doing this and nothing bad would nothing bad would happen. I can free you from the worm in your chest and give you a ghost like Umaru. Like, there's no reason to do this. And he's telling her that what you're doing is heresy. He's like, dude, you're a dead inanimate spirit embodying like a relic from the witness's ship. Like, do you not understand that the only way you could be surviving right now is if the witness is really dead? It's like, he's dead. It's like, he's not around anymore. And he's like, I'm gonna find out the truth on my own. And maybe that's what's kind of messing with him, like why the Taken don't really form or follow his command, because he's not practicing. Maybe there's some sort of really small part of him that's like not practicing the sword logic anymore, and his power to take is waning because of it. And the Taken, like, they're here and they're around, but they're not exactly doing his bidding. I guess they want us to do the Nether, where while exploring the Nether, harvest the flesh of Akka components of the binding ritual exposed by Eris Morn. Harvest flesh of Akka. I'm not sure where we would find this. Harvest the flesh of Akka component of the binding ritual proposed by Eris. They want us to do like, what's it called? They want us to do the Nether, but they want us to do it like the explore mode version, not like the match made version. I wonder if we can find it in the match made version. I don't know. We'll jump into the Nether. I don't know if I'm gonna. Can I just do the normal version, or do I have to go into the match made version? Let's just try the explore version. Maybe the explore version. They're trying to show us something here. There's a modifier that just shows keys. Oh, within the Dread, there are numerous secrets to be found. Okay, that's fine. It's very compelling stuff. Like, I've always wondered how orcs would react when you eventually tell them that, hey, you've been tricked into being a slave this whole time. You're not really the most powerful creature in the universe doing the bidding of some omnipotent god. You're just somebody who's been tricked into being his slave.
Long ago, Oryx sought the worm Akka in the Ascendant Plane, but was denied the secrets of the deep. And so, Oryx slew the worm and communed with the deep himself. In this communion, he learned the power to take. And from Akka's body, he carved this foul dreadnought. But even a dead worm dreams, Guardian.
Peeled flesh of Akka. Okay, so I guess we do have to be here for something.
Knife of my slaying, he walk these halls as heir presumptive. Answer. This is what they are. There is nothing else they can become. The ruthless will drag them down to die, unless they become so. Unless they become free.
There we go. I think we've got all the flesh we needed from the quest. We only had to do this, maybe just once, actually. Alright, no reason to continue forward. It's just the Nether. There's something worth getting inside of the Explore version. Let's just take what we need back to Eris so that she can do whatever ritual she thinks she can do with the Akka flesh carvings. Bring the flesh of Akka to Eris Morn so that she may initiate the binding of Oryx and seal the echo within her throne. She's gonna do this now? There's no way this could possibly work. It's way too early in the season. If she does this now and binds the echo in her throne world, what's gonna be left for the season? Is it gonna be like a war from with Xivu Wrath and Savathun trying to retrieve it from us and trying to steal it back? Huh. As I say, this seems way too early to do this right now. But I mean, okay, we'll go along with it. I just didn't expect it to be this soon. I come back to you.
Do you feel that, Guardian? The writhing power within you, palpitating. Surrender yourself to the call of entropy. Let it become your blade.
You've got a lot of faith in ancient taken energy we know nothing about.
Such is the nature of faith. A belief in our ability to subsume the primordial, faith is curiosity, not fear.
Fear's natural. It's a warning. Respect for what this power's capable of. This is a weapon because I contain it. It's not a part of me. It's a tool.
I recognize the color of grief within you. You have yet to embrace it.
I never will. Power is control. Without control, you have nothing.
Not nothing. Potential.
I think she's like a failed experiment from the Taken, because we have Taken energy too, but we're still mostly us. She's kind of lost that ability, unfortunately. Report to the shaping slab in the last city. Okay, so we have... Is that those components? That's it? Just this cutscene? Alright, back to the shaping slab, I guess.
Oryx seeks a path to fundament. The Witch Queen, in delivering truth, has set her brother's mind. Savathun did not expect this reaction from him. Her misstep has created a new complication. We cannot allow Oryx to escape. We must force a confrontation. With the flesh of Akka, I may do so, but the Deputy Commander's doubt. She tells me my methods are based on faith. Faith. The same flaw in Oryx's logic. I did not challenge the word. An argument here would only divide our cause further. But when it is faith in you. And when it is not, it is ambition. Binding the echo of the Navigator to my throne will require immense power and the precise application of will. Together, we possess both. Then we may discover a way to excise Oryx's foul essence. Only a being infused with Taken power may wield Willbreaker. Sloan and I will guide you to that becoming. Keep the faith, my knife. My acolyte. We must not be stymied by an adherence to order in pursuit of safety. This is the deep. This is the Taken. There is no safety.
It says that she'll need our help to occupy Xivu of Wrath and Savathun's forces while we do this ritual. Is this happening now? Oh no, this is not happening now. So what she just told us is that with Savathun basically spilling the beans to Oryx, that Oryx has made up his mind and he's planning on leaving the system and going back to Fundament. To go back to like that ancient place where he first discovered that the worm gods and try to find out the truth for himself. But Eris is like, we can't allow him to leave, because if he leaves and comes back, we have no idea what's going to happen. So we're going to bind his soul to my throne world now. And again, Sloan is trying to, like, she's not arguing anything here. She's just worried that this is not going to work out the way that we want it to. Because she says that this entire plan is based off faith. We have faith that this is somehow going to work. And Eris is like, yes, I do have faith. I have faith in the Guardian. The Guardian has... It says that the ritual is going to require immense willpower and immense power in general. So she's like, with me and you, we have both. I'm not sure if I'm the power in that scenario or the will. I'd like to think that I'm the power and she's the will, but I'm assuming because she has a throne world, she's the power and I'm the will. Anyways, but obviously we can't risk Oryx leaving and coming back even more pissed off than he is now. It'll just cause complications in the future. We also can't let Oryx be taken by Xivu of Wrath and be reborn and coming back to life just so they can start their whole hive war again. We don't want necessarily Savathun to take Oryx and scurry him away to try to get him out of the Echo and get him into another Lucent Guardian like her, because again, that's just going to cause problems in the future too. The best way we're taking the fourth option, where we're going to bind him to the throne world. I'm assuming if this does work, like Savathun and Xivu of Wrath are just going to have a joint effort and launch a war against us just to retrieve it. and then maybe they'll fight amongst themselves as far as who gets it afterwards. But like, this isn't inviting war, I think, one way or the other, no matter what we do. It'll be compelling. I feel like I don't know if it's going to necessarily backfire. It might not backfire. It might, something might happen that like an unforeseen consequence might happen that we can't yet put our finger on. I just don't know what's going to happen. I have a feeling that, like when we do this and the Echo of Navigation is locked away, like Oryx's dead body in the city is gonna rise up or something. In that cutscene from last week, we did see like a glimpse of like the Echo of Navigation being fitted inside of the dead body of Oryx, and like maybe that's what's gonna happen, where that's gonna eventually get him to come back to life. I'm not too sure yet. But I guess we'll see you next week. I mean, that's it for this week. Week 2, Act 2. It's pretty short in comparison to last week, but that's okay. I'm okay with it being relatively short. People just want to jump back into Guardian games, or they want to just jump back into the Exotic Quest, or come back into Sunder Doctrine and all that other good stuff. I'm okay with it being over for this week. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Be sure to subscribe. We'll be doing the finality of Act 2 next week when it eventually drops. I think we'll be on vacation by then from our work, and we'll have plenty of time to record. Maybe we'll do a longer recording session then. Working on another game in the background. We're going to be doing an RTS really soon. If you guys are interested in RTS games like Aliens Dark Descent, you might enjoy the next game we might jump into. Helldivers, the new Warbond's about to drop, so we're going to do some videos on that for sure. I keep saying I want to get back into Marvel Rivals. I don't hate that game. I haven't lost interest in that game. I've just been busy with this, and I just want to get Destiny out of the way so that I can go back to play that game. And then, what else are we working on? I think that's it for right now. I think we're going to be looking for another game to play when Destiny eventually loses the luster for us, and we'll find something else to preoccupy our time. But until then, guys, we will catch you guys all in the next one. Take care.